Hey Bearson, this is Alethea. I hope you guys are happy and healthy today. And if you can't tell by the title, I am going to be doing a top 5 tip video for freshmen or just kind of anyone who needs some advice on how to do college basically, and I'm keeping it at 5 so I can do another version of this video within the next couple weeks or within the next month. So I'm not going to waste any more of your guys' time, but I am going to remind you to subscribe and like Bearson channel, share it with your friends, share it with incoming freshmen, and also keep in mind that this video is kind of geared more towards Missouri State University and the MSU campus. However, if you guys are in college or you're an incoming freshman within the next year, then this can honestly just be applied to anyone. My first tip that is very important, and it's also probably something that everybody wants to hear, but take your freshman orientation seriously. I promise it sucks, it really does, but it's also so important to you getting acquainted with the way the university works and how you're going to navigate it as a freshman or incoming student. So I think it's very important to take it very serious, and with that being said, your schedule process is going to be a pain, so utilize Rate Your Professor. I know some people really hate on it, but I think it's important. Your university has so many different professors, and as a freshman, your classes are going to be all over the place, so you might as well try to benefit yourself and look up the professors. I'm not saying there's bad professors, there's not bad teachers, but it's good to look it up every now and then. The second tip I want to give you guys is to navigate or learn where your classes are before the first day of school. And the reason why I think that's so important is because campuses, especially MSUs, can be a little confusing. I, to this day, have to look and make sure I know where all my classes are, and I'm a junior. So I think it's important when you guys do get your schedule, you're a freshman, so you're going to be on campus sooner than anyone. And even if you're a commuter and you live in Springfield, where MSU is located, then go see where your classes are. Walk around, take pictures of where to go, write it in notes, do it a couple days before class starts. The campus will be open, you just can't go in all the buildings. But I think that is so important to do because I did that freshman year, and my roommates and I all walked around campus, so it was kind of like a nice little roomie bonding, took the edge off of navigating classes, and it honestly made me feel so much better about going to my classes the next day or that following Monday when classes started, and it just made me feel like I actually knew where I was going, because when you're lost and you don't know where you're going, you feel like everybody knows that, when in reality nobody does. But still, that's just how our minds work. So definitely try to navigate before classes start. I think it really helps, and that is one of my favorite tips so far. So my third tip was something I was going to leave for last, but honestly I think it is so important, so I just have to talk about it now. That is when you are packing to come live on campus, or you're living in an apartment, wherever you are living, and if it's just not in your home that you're used to, do not, and I repeat, do not overpack. I am the overpacking queen. I do it so bad. I do it when I go home for the weekends. I do it when I'm going on a road trip, and I absolutely did it freshman year so bad. I had boxes on boxes I had to shove under my bed, shove in my closet of things that I literally did not need. I had zero room for it. I didn't have a purpose, and that was always stuff like extra clothing and just boxes full of decor that obviously fit in my room back home but would have never fit in that dorm room with another person in it. And seriously guys, it is so easy to pack. So do not overpack. If you are looking through your stuff when you begin packing, it's a very overwhelming process. I understand that. Your mom or your parents, whoever your guardians are, might be pressuring you to pack certain things. I promise, just watch YouTube videos about how to pack for college. They're all over the place. I can even make one for you guys, so go ahead and comment that if you're into that. But it is seriously so easy to overpack, and just kind of educate yourself on what you absolutely need for college. You definitely are going to pack things that you don't need, because I absolutely did that. My fourth tip, which is super important, is to definitely come up with some study plans, some study methods. And I know that's a tip that you're gonna hear in every single video like this, But as a freshman, I put a very big emphasis, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, I wasn't like an expert, but I definitely put a large emphasis on learning my study habits as a college freshman or a college student in general. And I still work on that to this day as my classes change. And I think it's really important to do that because you're making a huge transition from high school to college. And as a future high school teacher, I get to learn how to try to help our students make that transition better if they are college bound. More than likely, if you're watching this, you are college bound, and I think it's very important to learn yourself. Along with that, I'm gonna throw a little bonus tip in there. Try not to schedule 8 a.m.s first semester. I have had a couple 8 a.m.s in my academic career at MSU, and I don't hate them, but it is a little challenging whenever you go a few semesters without having one to adjust to that. I'm a morning person, so it was okay. However, if you're not a morning person and if you can make that class an hour, even 30 minutes later, just do it. And if you're okay with the professor change, I absolutely recommend that because that's definitely going to affect your workload for the mornings, and I think the mornings are the most productive times of the day, and I definitely recommend figuring out when you're more productive. Is it in the evening? Is it in like the afternoon, morning? Just figure it out, make that the time for you to sit down, plan, collect yourself, set your tone for the day, and absolutely get everything you have done so you can be successful in your classes that week. And that is one of my most grateful things I've ever done for myself as a freshman, was make study habits, have a planner, and really get into how I function as a student. I think the last tip I have for you guys, so my 5th one, is if you're specifically living in the dorms, learn how to be a good roommate. I think it's really important to learn about dorm life in general. So if you guys want to watch that video I made on this Bears Den channel about dorm life in the different dorms to kind of get a general understanding of what dorms are here on campus, definitely go watch that. I will put that in the iCard, and I think it's very important for you guys to learn roommate etiquette. If you've never lived with anyone other than a sibling or parent, then it's very important for you to learn how to live with people that you may not know, and that is basically the whole purpose of a college dorm, is you are living with people that you more than likely are not familiar with. I was lucky enough to know one of my roommates. She was my immediate roommate, my person I slept next to every day, beds this close together, and our suite mates were people we didn't know, and you will struggle getting along with your suite mates, but I promise having good roommate etiquette and learning good roommate etiquette, again, there are so many videos out there for it, and I definitely plan on making one, so keep an eye out for that. Is so important because you just want to have good relationships with your roommates, because that's really going to make your college career successful, especially your first year as a freshman. So I think that is all the tips I have for you guys. I really enjoyed making this video because it really made me just reminisce on how I functioned as a freshman, and I cannot wait to make more videos similar to this, freshman geared toward tip videos and how to do college and everything in between. So definitely make sure you guys subscribe to the Bears Den, and thank you for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video.